As Registrar, you are vital to the efficient running of the sailing day. Your role is to meet and greet people as they arrive and ensure their first impression of Manly Sailability is a good one. It's necessary to arrive before 8:45 so you can set up the registration desk before the main rush of volunteers start arriving at 9 a.m. Firstly, you need to get the desk set up inside the entrance. The office equipment that always goes on the desk is kept in the bottom left section of the cupboard in the boat room. Sailability shirts for sale at $25 each are in the top right-hand corner. The sign-in sheets for volunteers and sailors and carers with pens attached take pride of place on the registration desk. Then the folder with parking permits contains 12 parking permits which allow extended parking in the surrounding streets. Also the grey file which holds role descriptions, the concertina file with the red flap which contains frequently used forms and information sheets, of course the sunscreen, and we use plenty of that, also a box with office equipment and flyers with our sailing dates and how to access our website. You'll also set up the radio which keeps the shore base in contact with the safety boat. It's essential that everyone signs in on arrival, either on the volunteer registration sheet or the sailors and carers sheet. This is for insurance purposes. You write today's date and the type of event, usually sailing day, in the space on the top of the sheet. You'll see there's some small print. That's a liability disclaimer and also allows Sailability to use photos taken on the day for promotion purposes. The parking permit folder, which, as I said, holds 12 permits and allows people to park in the surrounding streets for extended periods, has a book attached with today's date. You're responsible for ensuring people who borrow permits return them that day. When sailors arrive, inquire if they are members. If not, ask them for the $5 casual sailing fee. You need to stay calm and organised, but not let anyone slip past without signing one of these two forms. The larger concertina folder with the red flap holds frequently used forms and information sheets such as the child protection forms, membership forms and volunteer questionnaires. If you hand out the last printed form, write it in the brown covered daybook so it can be replaced. If new volunteers arrive, welcome them and suggest they may like to complete a new volunteer registration form, which will give the sailing coordinator some useful background. Then introduce them to the Sailing Day coordination with the completed questionnaire so that they can be buddied with an experienced volunteer. If they decide to stay and help, they'll need to complete a child protection form and you'll need to see a driver's license or passport for identification. All new volunteers must sign these, and when completed, clip them behind the sign-in sheets to be given to the volunteer coordinator at the end of the day. Suggest they take a flyer with our sailing days and website details. You often need the new membership and renewal forms that can be filled in and paid for on the day, $30 single or $45 membership for a family, or take home to be completed there. Any forms that are filled in, clip them behind the sign-in sheets, and any money collected, place in the clipboard sleeve. You need to remain at the table until all the booked sailors have arrived, or when told by the Sailing Day coordinator that your main meet and greet duties are over. At this stage, you may arrange to go for a sail yourself. Back at the registration desk, put any documents or forms taken out back in the concertina folder. Put the parking permit folder where people returning their permits can find it. Make sure the sign-in sheets are handed to the secretary with any money that's being collected. and return all items to the cupboard where you found them. Put the desk away in the boat storeroom, and then help to dismantle the gazebos and pack away the barbecue equipment on Saturdays. This is a hectic and fun part of the day. Part of your role is to see everything is neatly stowed away. Lastly, check that all parking permits have been returned and put the folder and book in the cupboard. Wish everyone a fond farewell and go home to collapse, knowing that you've made a big contribution to another successful sailing day.